What's up, guys? So you want to get lean, you want to get jacked, but you still want to look big, you want to get shredded, but you still don't want to look like you don't lift. All right, that's something that happens to a lot of naturals. As soon as we start trying to get lean, we go on a diet. Next thing you know, we lose a lot of muscle mass, we lose some weight, and people ask us if we even lift. Right? So this video is for you. It's gonna help you get lean, but without necessarily losing a lot of muscle mass, without losing a lot of water, glycogen in your muscles. Basically, when we're trying to diet down, we lose a lot of water, carbs that are stored in our muscles, glycogen. Every 1 gram of carbs hold on to 3 grams of water. So can you imagine you lose a lot of weight in your muscles and you kind of shrink down? You're not losing necessarily muscles, but you're losing that fullness that comes with having more carbs and being in a surplus, let's say. All right, and when we're dieting down, a lot of times we kind of stop training as hard, so it goes in a vicious cycle where we're not training as hard, we're not pushing as much at the gym, we're doing a little bit of cardio, maybe we're stressing our body a little bit too much. But don't worry, I got for you guys 6 tips that will help you, even though you're leaning down, even though you're trying to cut, will maintain that muscle mass and that volume in those muscles. All right, let's jump straight into it. But first, if you're new, I'm Charif, natural bodybuilder, been training for over 13 years, and I'm starting to work on my YouTube channel, so I'm trying to post every single day, grow that channel and grow the community and help you guys. And at the same time, you guys can help me by liking, supporting, commenting. All right, you don't need to buy anything of my stuff, but you can like, you can comment, you can subscribe. Anyways, let's jump straight into it. That's not important. So number 1, keep carbs around your trainings. A lot of people, when they try to cut down, they go from one extreme to the other. They were eating pizza and fried chicken every single day and eating donuts and whatever, and now today they want to go 0 carbs. They want to cut all their carbs and just eat bland chicken and broccoli. Why are you cutting out all your carbs? All right, keep carbs, especially around your training time. If you want the rest of the day, don't eat any carbs, it's all right. I don't mind it. That's what I do. But I keep carbs pre and post workout. You need carbs pre-workout to fuel your session. If you're not eating carbs pre-workout, but you used to, your workouts will be impacted, and then you will lift less, and then you will have less performance at the gym, which will impact your muscle gain. All right, so keep carbs pre-workout to fuel your session. It's like putting fuel in a car. All right, remember, you gotta fuel that car before you drive. Number 2, carbs post-workout to replenish the muscle glycogen. After you work out, especially when you're in a deficit, training stresses the body. All right, so cortisol level, the stress hormones goes up, and when you consuming carbs post-workout, first of all, it will replenish your muscle glycogen. So basically, all the fuel that you use in that session, which is the carbs stored in the muscles. So as soon as you eat carbs after training, you will replenish those carbs. And also, because like we said, the stress is up after training, well, eating carbs will increase your insulin and right away get your stress level down. So now your body's less stressed. A lot of times we finish working out and we're so stressed, we're anxious, right? You spend 1 hour at the gym, you start becoming anxious. While eating will remove that anxiety thanks to the insulin level going up. All right, you don't want to get too details in the hormones, but just remember, when you're eating your carbs, your body's like less stressed. It's like, oh, finally there's some food. So your body relaxes and recovery starts. When you wait too long before eating carbs, all right, and yes, I'm specifying carbs because protein might not do the same effect, or veggies, for example. Carbs, it could be a fruit, it could be a banana. If you don't do that, your body might stay stressed for a long period of time, which will lead to maybe catabolism, and you're breaking down muscle tissues. Anyways, it's just not ideal for you, right? So eat your carbs post-workout. For me, I'll have a shake with a banana or my banana bread. You can go to my website, to other videos, and you can see my banana bread recipe. Basically, it has banana, oats, and eggs. All right, so great post-workout meal for my carbs, my protein, and my fat. So that's tip number 1, keep carbs around training time. Now, a lot of people will send me, hey, how many grams of carbs should I consume? It depends on you, it depends on your workload, it depends on your size, it depends on how much you train, a lot of things, all right? So I'm not gonna give you one exact number. I would say find a baseline and go from there. Look in the mirror and see how you feel. That was tip number 1. Tip number 2, keep the training intensity high. A lot of people, when they start cutting down, they start cutting down on the training intensity. All right, they're not training as intense. Oh, because I'm in a deficit. It doesn't matter. Your weight that you're using will go down, but doesn't mean that the intensity has to go down, because that's why you're losing muscle mass also, because your body's like, well, we're not training as hard, so maybe we don't need to hold on to a lot of muscles. So keep that training intensity high. Doesn't mean that you need to keep pushing the same weight and ego lift and risk getting injured, because you might getting injured if you keep using the same weight because you're in a deficit. You don't have as much you don't have as much energy to push, all right? So don't necessarily keep the same weight, but keep that intensity high. Very important. Don't cut off on your training. Do not do that, all right? And a lot of people will replace their training with their cardio. It's not something that you want to do. I was just making sure I'm filming. I am, thanking God, all right? So don't cut back on your training and don't replace your training with cardio. Worst thing you want to do, people that just want to be like, you know what, I'm cutting, so now I'm gonna do the elliptical and treadmill every day. No, don't do that. Number 3, creatine. You want to keep taking your creatine, all right? Very important, guys. Creatine, it's, for me, it's an essential supplement, all right? Whether you're cutting, you're bulking, male, female, you need the creatine. I love it. It's really, if someone is serious about their training and performance in the gym, take creatine, all right? And don't cut back on creatine. People think that creatine will make you fat or make you hold water in your face. Those are all myths, all right? It will help you keep water in your muscles, especially when you're cutting down, because you're kind of depleting your body of carbs. You're in a deficit. You lose a lot of water, a lot of hydration, a lot of endurance, a lot of strength. Risk of injury gets higher. Keep the creatine in your supplements daily, all right? Keep taking your creatine, especially when cutting, especially. Number 4, compound lifts have to still be in your training, all right? A lot of people, they start cutting, then you see them on the machines. They don't go on the compound lifts anymore. I know a guy that used to do all the squats in the world when he was doing a bulk, but now that he's cutting, he sits down on the machine and he does leg extension, leg curl, hip abductors. I'm like, what are you doing that? Oh, well, I'm cutting now. So what? Keep doing your squats, because now you're working less muscles, you're putting less good stress on your nervous system, so you're not getting all that impact that your compound lifts gives you. And you know what? When you're doing the compound lifts, you're burning a lot of calories at the same time. Imagine you're standing up and doing that overhead press. You're working your core, your abductor, your lower back. Every single thing is working when you're squatting, as opposed to sitting on a machine and doing a leg press. Yes, it's harder. Yes, it's hard when you're cutting, but that's what you need to be doing. Keep them in. Don't choose the same weight, but keep those compound lifts in. Number 5, don't overdo the cardio. All right, for me, the best cardio is walking. Whether you're trying to bulk, trying to cut, keep the walking in. Walking doesn't stress your body. Very easy, very sustainable. So walk 10,000, 15,000 steps, all right? But don't do those high intensity cardio where you could do it for a very short period of time, but don't start running marathons for 30 minutes, because then you're just gonna deplete your body, drain your body, deplete all your muscle glycogen. It's very stressful on the body, and you're in a deficit. A lot of cardio can be stressful on the body, catabolism, that's what it causes. Then next thing you know, you're burning some muscle mass and breaking down tissue. A lot of time you'll be losing a lot of muscle mass and impacting your strength at the gym, all right? It's not as simple as that. People think, well, I'll start running, I'll lose muscle mass. It's not as simple as that. I'm exaggerating it, but don't focus too much on the cardio. If you want to do a cardio, do the running. You can do very light intensity cardio. Light intensity, steady state cardio, whatever it is. Walking, treadmill, very slow incline, the step master, but not too fast, not too intense, all right? Cardio stresses the body, not so ideal. Number 6, refeed meals. Instead of cheat meals, go for refeed meals. This is something that I'll do, especially for us naturals. You know, when we're on a diet, we deplete that muscle glycogen pretty fast, and next thing you know, we don't feel full, we don't feel good. We go to the gym, we're always tired, we're always kind of drained, all right? So go for a refeed meal. What is a refeed meal? High carbs, low fat meal, all right? So it could be sushi. Well, sushi will have some fat from, well, you know what? It's a high carb healthy meal, all right? So instead of doing pizza or fried fries, all right, go for sushi, go for pasta, maybe with tomato sauce and nice beef or chicken. Go for a bigger portion of rice. Basically, the point of the refeed is filling up your muscle glycogen. It's gonna refeed your muscles, all right? Instead of eating a Mars chocolate bar or a fried chicken wings or whatever it is, McDonald's, that won't do much for you, that won't necessarily nourish your body, go for a high carb meal that will replenish your muscle glycogen, but also feed your muscles, nourish your body. So something that you would eat normally on your diet, but just with a lot more carbs, all right? And that way you're replenishing your muscle glycogen, fueling yourself, and getting you ready for the week ahead, the day ahead, whatever it is, all right? So refeed meals, not cheat meals. I would go for a refeed once every 10 days, all right? If I can give a general rule of thumb, but it's also case dependent. I know some people, I had a client that he used to get very flat very fast because his metabolism was fast. He needed a refeed every 2 days, all right? But some other people, they can last longer. For me, for example, I can do a refeed once every 2 weeks and I feel good because I also do have a lot of carbs in my days, even if I'm cutting. All right, I take it slow. Let's do step number 7. Take it slow. Don't go fast. Slowly but surely. That way you'll maintain as much muscle mass as possible. You don't want to go fast. You don't want to go from eating 5,000 calories a day to 2,000 to 1,500. Take it slow, slow deficit, and also in that way it's sustainable. You're enjoying it. You're not very stressed. All right. So that's it for this video, guys. If you need coaching, you can go to my website charifsaad.com. If you have any questions, leave them down. I love reading your questions, your comments, your likes. You know, those things are free for you, but it can help me grow my channel, and that's really my goal now. You know, guys, it's not easy to grow a YouTube channel. It's not. It takes time putting the camera. I don't edit, you know me. You see me. I'm the last guy that will edit stuff, but it still takes energy. I could do other stuff in my days. You know, it's a sunny day, the middle of the week, but here I am trying to work on my YouTube channel, and I think a lot about the people that do a lot of videos and don't get a lot of views, because it's not easy. It's not easy. It's not easy. The people that made it, good job for them. But there's a lot of people that are still hustling on that YouTube thing, and hey, it takes time. And if you're one of those people, we're in the same boat. I would say just stay consistent. It's like everything in life, nothing good comes easy, and we just gotta keep going and keep going and keep working on it. And if we want something, I guess we just gotta work for it and keep working for it and find other ways to make things happen, right? If it would be that easy, everybody would have 1 million subscribers on YouTube, and then it wouldn't be any fun to grow. All right, so thanks all for the support. Thank you guys all for the comments. Sometimes I just like the comment, but I want to take more of my time to answer and do deeper comments. See you guys soon. Ciao.